Hello, my name's Ramitha, and I had to do menu, and here's one of my squares. This is what I had to do. How much older to the second will you be at the end of the day of the very last day of school than you are right now? Written in numeric form, show your work. And this is how I'm going to show my work. So I went to the calendar app as shown here, and I went on to 2014 and started on August 25th, the first day of school. And I counted how many weeks there were till the last day of school. 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 6 week, 7 week, 8 week, 9 week, 10 week, 11 week, 12 week, 13 week, 14 week, 15 weeks, 17 weeks, 19 weeks, 20 weeks, 21 weeks, 22 weeks, 23 weeks, 24 weeks, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 weeks. Man, was that a lot of counting. I figured out that there are 36 weeks from the first week of school to the last. 36 weeks times 5 equals, let's see, 6 times 5 is 30, 0 on the bottom, 3 on top. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18. 180 days. Then I counted what day of school is, and it's 97 days. Then I subtracted 180 and 97 to get, so first I borrowed because there's a 0, and I got 10. And 10 minus 3, 7 is 3. And then I took away the 8 and turned it into a 7, but now it needs to borrow. So I took away the 1, turned that into 0, got 17. 17 minus 9 is 8, and the answer is 83. Then we figure out how many seconds in an hour of school left. And to do that, we multiply 60, which is how many seconds there are in a minute, times 60, which is how many minutes are in an hour, which equals, well, actually, there's a way easier way of doing 60 times 60. By taking away the zeros, and then you could just add them in the end. So if you take away the zeros, it's 6 times 6, which is obviously 36. And add the 2 zeros that came with the 60s, and you get 3,600. Next we do 3,600 times 24. Because 3,600, how many seconds there are in an hour, times 24, which is how many hours are in a day, would tell us the answer for how many seconds are in a day. And to do that, there's a way easier way, because 3,600 times 24 is a really big number to multiply. Obviously, again, taking away the zeros. Now it's 36 times 24, which is really easy now. So 6 times 4 is 24, 4 on the bottom, 2 on top. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Put 14 there, add a 0. 12, 2, 1 on top. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1, 7. To get you a total of 864. But if you add the 2 zeros that we missed, it's 86,400. Here's our last equation to figure out how many seconds there are from today to the last day of school. And to do that, once again, we have to multiply. But this time, it's a really big number. We had to multiply 864 by 97, which is how many days there are. And since 86,400 is how many seconds there are in a day, we had to multiply that 97, which is how many days there are, to get the total answer. But once again, that is a really big problem. Once again, I took away the zeros, which makes this problem way easier. So let's start. 4 times 7 equals 28. 8 on the bottom, 2 on top. 6 times 7 is 42. Plus 2 is 44. 4 on the bottom, 4 on top. 7 plus 8 is 56. Plus 4 is 60. And you write 60. And then you add a 0 on the bottom. 9 times 4 is 36. 6 on the bottom, 3 on top. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 3 is 75, and you write 75 to give you a total of the biggest number in the world, 8,003,080 and 800. Well, after you add the zeros. Thank you very much for watching, and by the way, that is an exclamation mark, and I just said exclamation park. It's exclamation point.